Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm Brownie.
And stay tuned. Tonight's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day,
Ooh, the
rock
best day
band,
of the year. Ooh, okay.
Latin Operation Forces.
Those guys are pretty cool.
And Spanish and Legos. So we're going to...
And a little bit of Star Wars.
And a little bit of Star Wars. So, all right. Legos. We'll talk about Legos for a little bit. So if you haven't heard, we're doing our thing on Brickable, which is really, really awesome. And we just did some shorts for the first time ever. And the shorts are doing really, really well. Kara opens
People
up...
like seeing me, apparently.
Kara opens up these mystery bags to see what we can get. And Kara, you've got a nice little collection of Goombas going, don't
So
you?
I'd chuck those across the room.
Parachute Goombas, to be precise.
Good grief. So, apparently, I get lots of what I don't want.
Well, that explains Jeremy.
Mystery bags. No, so I got what, did I get one or two of these tonight?
Two.
Hey, David. Hey,
Two
Jarrett.
of these?
Holy boots, says Jarrett.
Anyway, I got 4 of these total.
She doesn't care.
I don't
Kara.
want these. Oh, these
Holy
are
boot.
awesome boots.
He said holy boots.
They're awesome.
They're all boot.
It is all boot. It actually goes up higher. It's
These
supposed to
boots
go
are
up.
made as
So
leggings.
these
So,
are
right.
thigh-high boots, but this girl is tall, and
They're more
they're
like
more
knee-high.
just over the knee boots. So, anywhoozle, I got 4 of these Goombas. I didn't want 4 of these Goombas because we already got a bunch of Goombas.
Know who's a Goomba? Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Oh, hello, Ryan.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
No, I love the comments.
Anyway, we did a bunch of...
Jeremy, can you put the table?
Oh, whoops. Oh, I said I would put it back.
See, now the sausage is made, folks.
That is actually my fault.
Jeremy wakes up our child out in the hallway.
Oh,
That's the Lego building table.
that is the
Yep.
Lego building table. So, no, about that, guys. It was something I waited today to talk about. So, it is Valentine's Day.
Wyatt, I'm specifically stopping to read your comment
Oh, Wyatt's here?
because you called me out.
Wait,
You called
is
me out
this-
for not
is
reading
this
your comment.
coworker, Wyatt?
This is
So
Wyatt.
not making a big deal about it.
Wyatt.
Mr.
Hi.
Wyatt.
Jeremy talks
Wyatt
about
Moss.
you
Yes.
all the time.
Grande with the drip star eyes.
Well, okay, now I feel like I got to talk about work now. So,
Bum, bum, bum.
Jeremy always has a work story. Without
Well,
fail, there's a work story.
guys, it's happened, and it's crazy to me. So I was thinking about this the other day, and
That's a dangerous start.
you know how long it takes for me to warm up to new people, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it does.
It takes him a long...
It takes me
like
a
15,
long
20
time.
minutes.
Derek, I hate to break it to you, but Jeremy didn't like you for a while.
Well, it took a
He still doesn't like you.
It took a long
tolerates
time to get me to like Derek.
Well, it's one
And
of those
then-
things. It's like, oh, those young whippersnappers.
Well, no, so
Yeah,
so,
Jeremy's rubbing on the Bengay.
well, so here's what's fun about my story, and it's life changes, and so last week I could barely jump over a stick, and now this week I was thinking about it,
His back still hurts.
and I've been replaced. I listen around the workshop or around the environment, and I hear people talk about how good of a person Derek is. Everyone talks really highly of Derek, and then I thought, oh my goodness, if we were to take a poll around the shop of who people liked the most, people would probably say, oh, Derek's a good guy. Oh, I think Derek's pretty good. And then I would vote for Derek. Derek's the new me. Derek's the most liked person
Hold
in the
on,
shop.
hold on. I have a hard time believing you were the most liked person before.
When the pool is pretty small, it's not hard to be the most liked person. It's not very
when
hard
you're
at
going
all.
against people like Rich Hennis, I mean,
Kara!
Oh, Brad
Just
says,
kidding.
unless it's a fan of the show, then you like him right away.
That
if
is
you guys
super
are
true.
nice and don't call Jeremy Sheldon Cooper after Amy Farrah Fowler leaves him, then yes, he likes you.
That
Yeah.
comment still didn't even bother me. But anyway,
you
so,
just keep bringing it up because he liked it?
well, no. So Wyatt and I went to lunch, and he was just saying that he hopes Derek doesn't leave, and I'm like, man, Derek's the most liked person in the shop.
Hey, Frankie.
Hey,
Frankie!
Frankie! Oh, Frankie is from the Latin Operation Forces, and I want to. We're We're going to take some time and we're going to specifically talk about their podcast in just a little bit.
Wyatt says he needs an IPI.
Oh my goodness. I'm the punching
Oh, I know
bag
that
for
is
those.
actually, now that I
Yes,
think
you
about it.
do.
What is it?
I got
It's
inside information. It's when you take a look at the alien technology and start reverse engineering it.
Yes. Why it needs
It's
me
an
to look
in-person inspection.
out of context. That sounds horrible because basically what you just described then is why it needs me to look at his alien technology.
Well, I mean, how much younger is he than you? He probably has some alien technology.
So
Jeremy, he's like 14 years younger than you.
I know he is. He's super
Isn't
young.
that ridiculous?
He conceivably could be your son.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
People have kids at 19 all the time.
Yeah. Be crazy. He looks nothing like me, so. Anyways, all right. So we talked about Derek being the most liked person on the face of the planet. Sorry, we'll get away from work stuff. As you know, it's Valentine's Day. I tried to get away without wearing matching shirts with Kara. As you can see, I have a shirt on, and Kara also has a shirt on.
Oh, it's a good thing I have a shirt. Well, we
and
might
they're
have more
matching.
viewers.
They're matching. And so hers says, "I love you," and mine says, "I know," in honor of Valentine's Day.
So yeah, the stink bomb.
Who are you referring to?
You.
Oh,
Are we going there?
I guess you just went there.
I pulled out this shirt and I was like, it's the Valentine's episode. I'm going to wear my cute little I love you shirt, and he can wear his I know shirt. And so I pull it out and I'm like, Jeremy, find your shirt. And he looked up in the closet, didn't move any shirts. He's like, I don't see it. Okay. So,
I didn't.
being me, I looked for him. And every wife out there knows. You tell your husband to look for something in the fridge. You'll tell him exactly where it is. Honey, I can't see it. So you go over there. You look in the fridge. It's exactly where you said it was.
Behind the milk.
No.
Behind the jar of pickles. But they think you have x-ray vision and you're just supposed to know where it is.
I tell you exactly where.
I shouldn't have to move the 6-week-old shrimp and grits to get through.
Ugh, shrimp and grits. What are you guys eating?
It was a Magnolia Joanna Gaines. It's one of her recipes. It was actually really good.
It was really good.
Say that again, Jeremy.
It was really good.
All right.
Just kidding.
I'm done. I'm
No,
done.
okay.
I'm done.
Just for example, Kara made the best blueberry pancakes this morning, and the blueberries were just delicious, and they exploded in your mouth. They couldn't. I love
Fresh blueberries.
That sounds
I love your
dangerous.
cooking. They're really, really good. They're so good. All right. Back to the Legos and back to Valentine's Day, guys. I've seen Lego do it all. I've seen them come up with a TV show. I have seen them come up with amazing products. We've seen them build big, massive projects out of Legos. I never thought that they would do what they just did if it wasn't on Lego's own page. So you guys must not have seen it. But Lego is now getting in the matchmaking business
What?
Really?
by
Hold on.
sponsoring
I got to sign up.
by sponsoring speed dates where you and your date build Legos together.
Oh, heck
Oh
yes.
my goodness! If you and I weren't married, I would 100% do that.
You would do a Lego speed date?
Heck yeah, I would.
She probably wouldn't date you a second time if she saw how bad you are building Lego.
I'd be done with my Lego build, and Jeremy's like be on the first page, 10th mistake.
You're so funny. But can you guys believe? I just was gonna, as a
That's
topic of
super
conversation,
cool.
you believe they actually like did it? There's a commercial and everything
That's
for it
awesome.
on their thing. You know,
That's awesome.
Lego speed dating. I just never thought I would see it. Now I'm trying to like imagine the interactions like what you're talking about. So first off, you're probably gonna have the guy that like mansplains all the Lego to you. You know. Well, no, sorry. And then like the interrupter, which is probably me.
It's not Legos, it's Lego.
Oh, I learned about that. There is actually an official name for multiple Legos, and it's not Legos. And
Legi.
It's not Lego, and it's not Legi.
Lego.
Lego. I'm not the guy.
It's Lego bricks. That is the plural, official from Lego. Lego bricks.
but
So an individual Lego is a Lego.
Yep.
And the plural of Lego is Lego bricks.
Lego bricks.
so here's the thing. Why? Like, my brother has a bunch of Legos in a tote.
He has a bunch of Lego bricks in a tote. That
It's just
sounds
too much.
No,
It's
it's
too
not.
much.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You can
it's
either
too
say he has
much.
a bunch of Lego in a tote or he has a bunch of Lego bricks in a tote.
I think brick sounds better, actually.
I like Legos. I grew up with Legos. I like Legos.
You like Lego bricks?
Legos.
Lego bricks. See, you could figure this out if you Lego speed dated. We would have squared this away and went separate directions, which, you know.
Now we're gonna pay attention to our Lego builds and stuff like that, and see how many times Jeremy says Legos and how many times he says Lego
Oh,
bricks.
I
time.
just learned it.
Hey, Gabe.
Hi, Gabe.
Gabe.
Brad says Color Me Mine is a good date. Not sure if you guys know about that out your way. No, tell us what Color Me Mine is.
Yeah. Type it out in chat. It is the night.
Lego
Well,
would be the nerd version, I guess. Oh, so it must be like adult coloring book
Oh.
speed date thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing that I was going to talk about really quick is I had a little bit of a laugh to myself. So our
Well,
local
brag
town-
about it.
Our local town just hired some new police officers, and they give a little bio on each one during their like pinning ceremony. And I know one of them.
You know you
And-
live in Duluth when?
And so what was really made me laugh was that
Yeah, Gabe. This is Gabe mode right now with RGB lights.
is we have to talk about your computer build, by the way, too. Anyways, so every single bio was they liked camping, hunting,
outdoors,
hiking,
yeah.
or fishing.
Yep.
And
In some
it was a
variation.
variation of those things because they only picked 3.
Well, you remember me complaining about like going on like Tinder or Bumble or whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I love hiking in the outdoors and being adventurous.
And here's what I'm
And
gonna
I
say.
think it's total BS. All of you
That's what I was gonna say.
like sitting in your
It's
sweatpants
a
watching
lie.
Netflix, eating
It's
Totino's
a
pizza rolls.
lie. Absolutely. No one likes hunting, hiking, and fishing and camping that much to the point where they do it enough to list it as their bio.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. I just
Like,
very
dude,
rare.
those are all activities that I enjoy.
So-
this is
Right.
it's an area that facilitates those. But I know one person,
right.
and he lives in Las Vegas now. But I know one person that could actually legitimately put that on his bio because that's all he does is camp and hike and go out and do adventures.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But the average
and he
person
still does it out there.
So
And he's married, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't need the profile.
so the funny
The
thing
one
was
person that he could use.
the funny thing was is they said, Jeremy, you would never want if you ever got hired as a police officer, you would never want them to read your bio. Yes, this is Officer Jeremy. We're hiring him. He enjoys with his spare time building Legos, making YouTube
Lego
videos.
bricks.
Yeah, right.
And playing video games.
And playing video games. Welcome, Officer Jeremy. So I was like, well, touche.
Yeah, my bio would be binge watching Netflix, Disney Plus.
Dang, this Color Me Mine looks sick.
Oh, is that Boba Fett?
Yeah. So Color Me Mine, Star Wars Fall 2020, licensed Star Wars ceramics.
Ooh.
Do you like?
Oh, lightsaber that grows up. That's cool.
Chris is now joining.
Yeah. Yeah, Star Wars coloring sheets. That is awesome.
That's super cool.
That is pretty darn cool.
Back in the day before I met Jeremy, I was just doing like
Hello,
what's
Chimera.
the,
Welcome.
Oh, hi, Chimera.
Chimera. What's the big dating website? What's
Match?
That? Match. Yeah, I was on
Oh,
Match.
and
for a while.
Yoshi. Dang, they're all here.
Hey, guys.
Don't you have
Guys.
anything better to do than
Oh
come
no,
here?
no! All right, so let's. Well, I brought it up in the beginning. I said one of the topics we're going to talk about is the Latin Operation Forces podcast. You can find them on Twitch. They stream Saturdays at 7 Atlantic time.
Yep. So 5 p.m.
Atlantic
Central.
time, 5 p.m. Central time. We got to hop on
Well, until
live
daylight savings.
for
Yeah.
tonight's episode. We actually see Chris. If you go to the wide, I don't know. Can you see it way up there in the corner? Can you see Dio?
You
Or
can
is
see
it-
Dio's wheel.
You can see Dio's wheel.
Dio, take the
We built that.
Mike,
while,
hello. Mike
while-
Scully says hi. Or Sully, I'm sorry, not Scully.
Hi,
Sully
Mike.
says hi.
Welcome. Is that Jarrett's mic or a different mic?
That is a good question. I can't see.
Well, Mike was down here.
I can't see the picture. It's 4 pixels big.
Well, no, I didn't know there's even a picture. That's cool. But okay, so back to the podcast.
This is a train wreck. Apologies to our audio-only listeners we haven't addressed in a while. Come and check us out live on YouTube Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Central.
It's way more fun.
It's
It
a
is.
lot more
It's
fun.
way
and if
more
you're
fun.
tolerating the BS that we're putting you up with now, and you still listen to the audio-only version, you'd probably benefit from watching the live version.
But okay, so the Latin Operation Forces, they've been a long time friend of us now, and we look to their page for just information and just all sorts of cool gaming news.
They do all the stuff that we
But-
want to do, but better.
Seriously, Yoshi, you'd kill it on the Facebook page.
They've got such personality, and to have that like personal connection with them, you see their page. If you go watch their podcast, you're gonna have a good time because you get to actually get to know them. Like we've got to know them over the past 9 months. Tremendous job, guys. Love the name tags, love the colors, love the energy. It is absolutely awesome.
And we will learn Spanish and understand what you were saying.
I just downloaded Duolingo today and got through like 5 lessons.
Gabe is not wrong. Puerto Rican Spanish is very fast.
It is.
It
I
is
was like,
very fast.
You're
And
just
so-
really slow, Jeremy.
No.
Daryl, hello. Howdy.
Daryl? Who?
Davey?
Oh,
Of
Daryl.
AHE.
Yeah. Daryl's awesome. Man, everybody's showing up tonight.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Nobody's got anything going on Valentine's Day Eve, apparently.
well, it's the day before. It's the day before. But
Shouldn't you all be out waxing and manicuring?
getting ready for tomorrow. But it was the guy's tremendous job. It was really fun. I can't wait for the next one. It looks super good. And I know you guys complained about your internet in the past. That seemed fine.
Mm-hmm.
Kara's stream on her phone was like
Crystal
nice and
clear.
sharp, crystal clear.
Jeremy's phone was special tonight.
It was really acting up. But I was trying to comment when I could and talk, and it was really, really good. I've got to get caught up on WandaVision. Kara
WandaVision
all
is excellent.
caught up. I have not watched any of it yet.
So good. Like I said, the first 2 episodes were kind of, but the last 4, whew, hot dog. They are so good.
So here's the thing, like when it first came out, I was like, is this something that we're gonna like want to watch or whatever? And Jeremy's like, nah.
Yeah, see, that's why I started watching, and now I'm so far in that I don't want to wait for Jeremy to catch up because we've been playing like Stardew Valley and we've been playing Cold War Zombies.
Yep.
And so we've been doing all that, and by the time he would finally get caught up on WandaVision with me, I'd be so far behind, and Yoshi would have spoiled it for me by now.
Samuel
Anyway.
Rivera, hello. Welcome
Hi,
to the
Sam.
stream.
What's up?
So, yeah, so I'm only through the 2nd episode. So I'm
It
ready
gets
for it to
good.
start kicking into gear.
Yeah, it's like
But-
the first 2 episodes, you're like, what's going on? Like, it's not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, the next few episodes are really good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're really good.
Okay. So
Jordan Jones, hello. That's a good name.
Yeah,
Hello,
it is.
Jordan.
Solid
Wow.
name.
A lot of people here tonight.
Yeah, via YouTube. Al Wallen, hello.
Oh, hello, Al. Al will appreciate. Okay, all right. So let's talk about. I brought this up. So Latin Operation Forces.
Wait,
you
is
guys
that the Mandalorian?
you guys
your
will-
profile, Jordan? That's awesome.
appreciate this. So Chris needed a new computer, and it has been
About a year I've needed a new
it
computer.
has been an absolute nightmare. So I know all the guys from the Latin Operation Forces all have really nice like gaming PCs, nice rigs. Gaming PCs and editing machines pretty much go hand in hand for the things that they need.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. So we got to build Chris.
Guardian Angels 24 on YouTube, hello. Ashley Wallen, hello. Everybody's just getting shout outs. It's shout out time.
But we finally built Chris's computer last night, and
It's like 85% done.
it's 85% done. So we'll embellish it into a story. And actually, speaking of embellishing, I got called out, everyone. I got called out.
For those of you who don't know,
Excellent.
we have a second channel where we do Lego builds and reviews and other fun Lego things. And it's called Brickable. with
It's
an
called
I.
Brickable.
Brickible. And it's awesome.
So right here we have the blacksmith Lego set, and this just came out, and we did a review on it. Chris turned around and got it out and edited it on YouTube, and we do these in a take. We start the cameras, we just go with the flow.
We literally
roll
do
with
not
it,
do any pre-planning whatsoever. I just go
None.
3, 2, 1, go. And
Go.
then,
Yep.
and we go for
then it
right?
happens.
And so I'm the host. We tried to get Kara to host tonight. And how'd that go, Kara?
I'm awkward. I can do the shorts where I can just be stupid and funny for like a minute. I think I'm funny. I don't know.
It works. I laugh every time
Right?
you're like, oh, it's a Goomba. Yay. It's a second Goomba.
But hosting an entire review, like, I don't embellish things like Jeremy does. I just kind of like, I say it how it is. I'm just like, here you go. Done. Jeremy's like, oh, I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to tell you about this. And look at how glorious this looks. This is amazing. And I'm like,
So you can just host. That's all you have to do. But so tonight, we put this Lego video out, this castle set, and this castle set, somebody actually commented. I'm gonna go off memory here, but it's pretty darn close. Wow.
I'll pull up the exact quote.
All right,
yeah,
Chris will pull
it
up
was-
the exact quote
Chris
and read
copied
it.
it into our thing. And I think Brad's pointed this out a few times.
Oh, Brad has absolutely brought this up.
So it's not a new thing that you've been doing.
It was a spur of the moment. I was trying to time it out. You got distracted. I actually am going to go ahead and say it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
No,
It's
you
100%
shouldn't have
your
gotten
fault.
distracted by my weirdness and just rolled with it.
I should just be used to it by now.
Yeah, you should just know that I do weird things to sell it.
I did marry you. I
That's
suppose.
right. All right, we're just pulling up the
Okay,
comment.
are you ready?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
ready. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is from Decoy Octopus 33.
All right.
That was a really awkward and rude interruption whilst that lady was speaking at the beginning. She seemed like she was about to give an honest review, and then he cut her off to say how amazing it was. A good review can be critical as well if it's fair, and she said it was kind of easy to start off. In the future, I recommend that she hosts and bring in the guy when it's time to exaggerate. Laughing while crying emoji.
So, I mean,
One more line she did he or she appended. Also, I just realized she said confusing, not easy, but the point still stands. So Jeremy, serial interrupter.
So
it's true. Brad's pointed it out.
way to go, Kara. Way to go.
What?
Just
I
interrupted me
you.
again.
It's about time. Payback, yo. Just kidding.
So,
Let me interrupt you real quick here.
so that comment, first off, thank goodness for the laughy face, because I would have taken that right to heart. But the laughing face, like, eases
saved
the
it, yeah.
blow. It saved it for sure. But that is the type of feedback I do love getting, because we'll be more aware of the things that we pull
Well, no,
in
exactly.
the beginning. And so it was really good feedback. But it's also, it is fun, because we get to look at what people see us through another set of eyes. Like on set, we laugh and think it was a good time, and I didn't feel like I was cutting you off that time.
Well,
but-
it's like, here's the thing. You've never do your hand motion that you were doing. He was just like started doing this slow raising hand motion. So Kara's in the middle of explaining something. Then you see peripherally she notices this hand coming up. And then she's like, what's the deal with the hand? And he's like, I'm coming in with my point of view. Ashley says that you need to do an entire review using your Jeremy impression.
Yeah, you should just do that. Would be funny.
Then Al and David are both crying, laughing emoji, and Al says, "Ouch." You did get roasted a little bit there.
I got
You know
roasted a
what?
little
You
bit
know
there.
what? I'm surprised. Nobody has once asked, why is there a disembodied voice that is not introduced anywhere in this thing that suddenly chimes in the middle of these reviews?
People just roll
It's
with it.
kinda-
They just
yeah.
accept it.
It's
You-
like,
we've
the
said,
referee out here.
You're a Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's needs to see you. You're just there. You make
So-
sure everything stays on track.
It's just one of those things. Like, I'm just surprised people are like, so what's the deal with this guy who chimes in halfway through?
Nope, they can't get over the interrupting of me and Kara to each other, so they roll with it. But
Well, you've never been on screen like you said for the first few episodes. You were just you didn't have a microphone. You just kind of laughed in the background while Jeremy and I said things, and then people were like, "Who's that?" And now Chris is full time talkie with us.
Yep.
Talkie. It's a Lego movie.
We were talking about earlier. I'm the only person who's technically been on every podcast.
That's true.
Yep.
That is true.
So for the we've done 94 of these. I think Jeremy's missed. I think both of you have missed 2 or one. I can't know if you missed 2 or 1.
I think I missed. Did I miss one because of Chip?
I think it was 2.
Well,
Right
so
after-
Jeremy did miss.
It was 2.
He didn't miss any when he went to New Orleans, but he missed 2 or 3 when he was in Georgia.
Yeah. I can't believe you
So-
guys kept that up while I was gone.
It was, well, so we had Keith on for one of them, and then we just did a couple of really short, like 25-minute long ones where it's like, oh, I wonder what kind of weird space diseases they have because, like,
Oh yeah, I
was
remember
feeling
that
sick
episode.
or something.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Like
All right.
Jeremy does the most talking. Like if you broke down each of our podcasts by who does the most talking, Jeremy would be like 75%.
Oh, easy.
No.
And Chris and I would be the other 25.
No one can talk as much as me. All right, back to me. Okay, so
Well, let's do chat real quick here. I got to catch up. Gabe says, if I need help with my PC, he and Chimera are ready to help out. It's literally just waiting for pieces to come into this
I
point.
want to talk about that, but we'll
So we will get back to that. Al says we need to see Brownie peek over the
That
back
would
of the
be
couch.
hilarious. I agree.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll take an incredibly flattering photo of me and I'll turn it into a PNG and then I'll just put it in on the chair next to Kara.
There you go. There you go.
Episode
Whenever you're
100.
talking. Yeah, whenever you're talking.
Exactly.
That's coming up very quickly.
6 weeks.
Very, very quickly.
Crazy. I'll be back at work.
All right. So on to
Ish.
Chris's PC. So Chris needed a new PC. We spec'd it out last year, and then I tell Chris what to get. Back with the hand thing again. I tell Chris what to get, and he's like, "I actually really need this." I'm like, "Chris, get a 3900. I'm gonna get a 3950. Chris, 64 gigs of RAM is plenty enough. I'm gonna do 128. A 2070 Super is perfectly good. 2080, please." And we really, so you like to hit the brakes. Video cards have been extremely impossible to get.
Yeah.
Like nightmarish to get.
For 3 months, I've been having what's it called, that alert.net or whatever, instock.net set up to give me alerts if anything came in stock basically anywhere, because the new graphics cards, or all the graphics cards, are reasonably priced.
Yep.
At retail price.
Yeah.
But you're paying literally twice as much because
it's-
people are instantly buying them with bots and then selling them on eBay.
It's
And I'm not
insane.
paying $1,500 for a 3080.
No, absolutely not. No.
So, but for the price that we paid for the 2080 Super, I could have gotten a 3080.
Yeah, brand new.
But how am I
luck.
going to wait until I'm 50 years old to get it?
I know. To build a new machine.
So we bit the bullet. Clean. It's an immaculate video card.
It's an immaculate build. I mean, I'm not just. Anyways, so Chris, he got all the parts. There was some problems with his solid state drive, specifically NVMe's, coming from B&H Photo, and just,
Yeah, they have like a pipeline issue. Everybody else on the planet has them in stock. If I just had a little bit more cash on me right now,
it'd be done.
it'd be done. I would have just canceled the order, spent the extra. I bought it on sale in December 6th. I bought these NVMe's on sale, and this particular one was $70 off, pretty substantial. Instead of
Yeah.
$325, it was $250.
Yep.
So, and I was like, man, that's like, so it's worth waiting around for it to come into stock. And it said 2 to 4 weeks at that point. So I was like, oh, cool. By the beginning of the year,
You'll get it.
I'll have it.
You'll
And
have
it's
it.
now mid-February, and I still don't have it.
Still don't have it.
And
Yeah.
Amazon has it in stock. Best Buy has it in stock. All these other Newegg has it in stock. You can search that exact serial number. B&H shows it that they have it for sale at $325, but it's not in stock. And it's like, how are they the only distributors on the planet that do not have it back in stock?
At this point, they should just buy it from like Best Buy or Amazon and then just have it shipped to you and just eat the $70 loss.
Well,
for
it's not like I
messing it
don't
up so
spend
bad.
enough money there.
I know, right?
Seriously.
So we got all the pieces, and we were gonna live stream the build, guys. It would have been fun, but with Chip and everything, it was just too hard to do. Not at my house. So Chris brought all the pieces over, and I had my phone a friend Al calling for reference. And
Yeah, thank you so much, by the way, for taking the time to deal with us.
So let's see here. I've built my first PC in like 2008-ish, 2007-ish. Or did I do one before that? I mean,
I thought you did one in high school.
So probably one back in high school. So I did one in 2005, one in 2010 we'll go with. I did 2 for school. I did another one for myself. I've done 1 for you. I've built Justin Warrendahl's computer.
Yep.
And then I've built... So, I mean,
Did you put Gwen's together, too?
I don't know if I put Gwen's
I
together.
can't
or
remember.
not.
I thought it was you.
But, so at least 10
I think
computers,
you did. I
right?
thought you had it at the house working on it.
At least 10 machines I built over there. And so now your new one, Chris, right?
Yep.
So there's a couple things about building PCs. And I would love to hear, like, Latin Operation Forces, like Gabe or whoever, if you guys have built your own Cs, let me know what you think. But
Since you called out Chad, just real quick, Brad says this is referencing the interrupting thing, like with that conversation.
Yeah.
The best is when Kara hasn't spoken for like 10 minutes and Jeremy asks her opinion on something and she's like, I don't know.
I don't have an opinion on it. Come on.
And then Chimera says issues around PCs are a nightmare. David says we built one together in high school with Linux.
okay, all right. So
David
yeah,
coming in clutch with the past
It's-
knowledge.
it's been a lot. So there's one thing. It doesn't matter how many times I've done it. I've done it at least 10 times. I've done it a bunch, but I'm always nervous to socket the CPU in the motherboard. I always just
It's mission critical, and they're like the easiest bent pins on the universe.
yeah. Well, and then I almost messed up the machine I built for myself. I got thermal paste like in the side and like on the pins, and I had to clean it. Then when I used alcohol, I didn't have 90%, so I used 70%, and then like it went in holes in the CPU. And I had to let it sit for like a while before I could plug it in. It was a nightmare. Hey, my computer works fine. It hasn't blown up yet, so runs extra cool now. It's got thermal paste on the inside. But so I built Chris's, and so I was like referencing Al. I'm like, hey, how much we do here for the thermal compound pattern on top when you sink down the CPU cooler. But we built it. I just love how far cases have come. And one thing that's really annoying is every computer, every case has peripheral ports on it. So like the motherboard has ports on it, but so does the case. The case has USB, a couple USB ports, maybe a microphone port, a hard disk light, power switch. Like all these things come built into the case, and then you hook them into your motherboard. So Chris has a couple USB-Cs right on top. I'm sorry, USB 3.0,
Yep.
and then a USB-C. The motherboard he bought, which is like brand new, accepts the new processors, does not have a compatible spot to plug in the case USB-C into the motherboard without buying an extra peripheral.
Was it like a
plug in.
PCI adapter or something for it?
It is a
Or SATA adapter or something?
USB 3.0 or 3.1 adapter to a PCI Express slot.
That's what I thought.
Is
it was
what you're going to end up
PCIe, yeah.
using. But it's like the smaller PCI Express slot. There's like the big one, the 16-pin for graphics card, and there's like the 4-pin.
Yeah.
And so he had to adapt this brand new cable right out of the bat. It's absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
extra
but
$30 part
We got done.
just to make one USB port work.
Right. We got
Silly.
done, and I told Chris I would do it as if I was building it for myself. And just the way that the power supply runs in a tunnel underneath now, a lot of the wires come pre-stored for the case, like in the back. There's room for hard drives now all over the place because of solid states. NVMEs are the best thing. They don't take any cords to install
For
whatsoever.
those of us who don't know what's an NVMe.
It is a solid state drive that clips directly onto the motherboard.
Okay.
So
It's incredibly. It looks like a microchip as
it
opposed
looks
to like
like a
big
microchip.
old
Yep.
drive, or even like the.
Insane.
This is like an SSD in a
Okay.
case, so it's pretty small compared to like a regular mechanical 8 hard disk drive.
Yeah.
And then the NVMe's look like 3 SD cards right next to each other. They're
Okay.
tiny.
It's
but
crazy
incredibly fast.
It's crazy how far computers have
Oh, yeah.
come. Like,
Well, so Chris's case has a spot for technically up to 8 3.5-inch drives
Yep.
and
3 SSDs
SSDs
and then 2
his-
NVMe's on the motherboard.
two NVMEs
So I
on
could have
the
12
motherboard.
hard drives.
Yep.
oh my goodness.
It's absolutely crazy.
Jeremy needs to build me a computer now.
It's
Just
sitting right
saying.
there.
Yeah.
No. You need to build me a computer that's got a touch screen so I can
Are
draw
you-
and
An RGB girl or are you clean black?
What do you think? I got glitter eyeshadow on today. Like, come
So
on.
you want that thing to light up.
I want it to look like these.
I respect that, but I'm a minimalist at some when it comes to some
Chris's
things.
build looks
See-
really sharp.
Jeremy's a minimalist too, I would say, unless it comes to computer and camera equipment and stuff
And cars.
and cars.
Computers,
But
cameras, and cars. If it
it's-
starts with a C, Jeremy goes all out.
Exactly.
Chip.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
No. When it comes to things for Chip, I go all out. I buy everything for Chip. I've purchased things that Jeremy doesn't know about yet.
Oh, really? Just kidding.
A Harvard education.
You're right.
Right? Exactly. We've actually started a college fund for him. See, college.
Yeah.
Gotta go all out.
Right.
Yep.
But no, so Jeremy's computer though lights up like these strips do.
Well, so does Gabe's.
So does Gabe's, but like I say, you're more. I'd say you're more on the minimalist side of things. Like if you could, you'd probably have.
I respect Chris's computer. It looks sharp.
It does. It
Nothing
looks good.
lights up. Nothing.
It looks really good. Well,
But
no,
it
isn't
is-
that one green light that you commented on?
Well, that is not by Chris's choice. The GeForce on the graphics card lights up. But when it's minimalist like that, it plays really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything inside is dark. The cooler is dark. Everything
We were
is
using a
dark.
flashlight at like point blank range, and it was hard to see in it.
Yes. And
I talked you into the white case.
yeah. I like the white case.
Yeah.
Ashley says Kara, but with a C in front of it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Gabe says. By the way, we may need Chris's help with our 5th episode. All right.
Yep. Well, yeah. You know why. I talked to you
Yeah.
about it earlier.
Yeah. So we've got a couple weeks to figure it out.
Yep. We'll be there for sure. So back to the computer. So if anybody else, be glad to I would love to hear, type in a chat. If you've ever built a PC, and on Chris's, I bent some pins on Chris's, not on his processor, but those USB 3.0 headers, the way that his case is, so the motherboard mounts, then there's a 45-degree angle with grommets that the cables from the backside of the computer run through. And
Yeah,
where the
pass-through
motherboard
for the
is,
cable management.
the USB 3 header is right next to the metal of the 45. So when I tried to bring the cable in to connect it, it was at an angle that it wouldn't allow. And as I went to like connect it, some pins just like dust just like fell over. But I was able to take a screwdriver and bend them all straight. And
I
I got
remember
them
you had to take
I got
out
them to work.
like 2 or 3 of the hard drive bays.
Yeah, I did to get the
So you
angle
can actually
right.
the angle of attack.
And so it just it never fails. Something's always a little. And then we go plug it in. Nothing works.
Yep.
I just simply restart it, and then it all works. But it was like Chris is looking at me like, you broke my computer, or the graphics card's junk. Where are you plugging?
It could be a DOA motherboard.
Yeah,
who
it could be a
knows?
bad motherboard. That's always a fear. Oh man. So it just another one down. I'm confident. Oh, so here's what's funny. So here is the only thing that's holding us up. And this just bad communication between Chris and I. Windows 10 is really easy now. You can just grab an image of the OS off their site, slap it onto USB drive, install it, and then pick up a license whenever you feel
You
like.
can literally from the install screen, it gives you the option to pay for a key.
Yeah, right there. You can just be like, "Yep, get it right here."
Every other time I've ever built a computer, it's been a CD.
A CD,
So I'm like, I was like, well, at least I can buy the flash drive version of it, right?
right?
So I buy the flash drive version, Windows 10 Pro. I could do home, but like I'm a professional. I need Windows 10 Pro.
Yep.
And I order it, and it's standard Amazon free 2-day shipping, right? And I ordered it on, like, I think it was Monday. Yeah.
It was Monday.
I ordered it on Monday.
Be here in 2 days, right?
Plenty of time for it to get here.
Wrong.
It's for some reason, the day that it decided to ship on Wednesday, because that was the first day that it had for the shipping thing. It's like, okay, well, it's going to be a little bit late, but still here, plenty of time. So it went from Tennessee to Kentucky in about 20 minutes, and then it sat in Louisville, Kentucky for 3 freaking days. And I was like, I'm sure Louisville's interesting, but it's not that interesting.
What's the operating system going to do down there? Watch a basketball game?
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
It's like, I was
Just
like,
get up here.
I was like, what conceivably could have happened that would hold up a package for 3 days in Louisville? Like, I was trying to think, it's like, okay, so like the truck got into a accident, and then the back of the truck got welded shut somehow, and they need to cut through it with like a blowtorch or something. That still max takes like 12 hours, right? So it's like, what on earth is like? Did somebody get drunk and lose the truck?
So Chris's computer's done. We just don't have it licensed to Windows. So I downloaded it and made an image for Chris. We installed Windows. It's just unlicensed. So Chris isn't ready to just move everything over yet. But go ahead.
Then compounding the problem. So I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna say cancel this. I don't want to do this. Give me my money back, and I'll just pay either through Windows or get it from whatever. Right?
Get a license.
So Amazon's return policy, if you want the cash back, because you can do it as an Amazon gift card or whatever, and just respend it on Amazon. I'm not buying it from Amazon now, right? So to refund it to my card, it takes 7 days from when they receive the package back to get the money.
Oh my
right?
goodness.
So I still have to wait for it to show up anyway, and then send it back. So it's 7 days plus however many days left to get to me, plus however many days it takes to get back to them. At that rate, I might as well just wait for it to show up and plug in the stupid key.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So they got me over a barrel, is essentially what happened here.
Just so he can license his copy of Windows 10.
So had I realized that we were in the future, I would have even bothered with all that.
It's still in Louisville?
No, it's finally
it's
moved.
it was in Egan when last I
Oh,
saw.
okay. So it's moved to Minnesota at least.
So like potentially, I haven't gotten any notification saying it's delivered, so it's probably going to be coming on Monday.
Not Tuesday, right?
Oh, I was gonna say holiday.
It's not a
President's
holiday
Day.
on Monday.
Yeah, it
President's
is.
Day.
President's Day.
But I mean, they still deliver mail on President's Day, don't they?
Yeah, well, no, it's UPS. It's
Oh.
not the USPS or anything. It's UPS.
Yeah, I would imagine UPS doesn't give a crap about President's Day.
Right.
I've got a package coming on Monday.
What?
For Chip.
Unacceptable.
It is for our son.
Unacceptable. He can live off of.
How is a home tanning salon for your son?
Yeah, right.
Chris, he doesn't need to know about that.
He wants his
funny,
mom
funny.
to look good, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Chip is going to go tanning with me.
Right.
I just kidding.
Tan
That's
baby.
good for him.
Tan mom
Never.
plus tan baby.
Oh,
Never.
boy.
There was a mom who went tanning and she brought her young daughter with her and she got ripped apart for doing that.
Unreal.
Hey, Junker from Land Operation Forces
Junker,
has
we need
entered
to
the
play
chat.
Destiny together.
So,
I
all right.
watched your stream the other day.
Give Kara the camera. Talk about Destiny. Why you like it.
Love Destiny so much. Destiny 1 is actually what got me back into gaming. Like I used to play Halo all the time with my friends down in college back 2008, 2009. And then I didn't really game too terribly much. And then Jeremy and I got married and he introduced me to Destiny 1 and allowed me to build his warlock because he already did a Titan and a Hunter.
Titan Master Race.
Hunter Master Race.
Nope.
Anyway.
Whatever the third option is, Master Race.
Yeah,
Warlock. So I started the Warlock, and I had so much fun playing with her. And then I decided that I had to have my own PlayStation. And
PlayStation
everything-
boo.
You realize the Pandora's box you opened by reintroducing her to video games, Jeremy.
I
I
mean,
know.
I know.
It cost me.
Anyway.
It cost me.
So I started my own. I started playing as a Warlock, I think. And then I realized Hunter is where it's at. So anyway, I played through Destiny 1 and now Destiny 2. I've raided with my friends. I have raid armor that Jeremy doesn't even have because I completed the raid and he didn't. What? Anyway.
Take that, Jeremy.
I'd taken it, apparently. No, I come down one day. I'm like, "Are you playing Destiny without me?" She's like, "Yeah, the people wanted to raid." I'm like, what have I created here? What are you raiding without me? You know? And then whenever I want to try to play zombies, at first she's like, "Was it going to be more than just you?" Like, what do you mean?
I love gaming with groups of people. Like,
Yeah, and
I don't
Jeremy
know.
sucks, so.
Yeah, she doesn't want to. I'm not good enough.
Okay, you and I do zombies together. Just
No-
you and I.
Now,
I-
it gets even better, Chris. Meltdown. Melt down. The first time we played zombies together because they're all rushing her and she's getting stressed.
He
she
had
gets
just
down.
learned. He had just learned how to go through and do the whole zombies run. And he's kind of still figuring it out. And so he's like, "Oh, Carol, just stay up here on the wing and you'll be fine." And so I'm sitting there on the wing trying to kill the zombies. And what do they? They rush me. And
Bum
I'm
mush.
That's what after was. After they were done with her, you just bum
seriously.
mush.
They bum rush me and I die. And I'm like,
She like
I'm
shut her control. She rage
done.
quit.
I rage quit.
She shut her controller off. She's like, "I'm never playing that stupid zombie games with you ever again." Lo and
So now-
behold, a couple weeks later,
I watched them and I'm kind of figuring things out. And I'm like, okay, I'm willing to try this again.
no, she played by herself.
I did.
So now there's no one. So now not only am I not good enough, now she's just
You
solo
dead weight,
Kara.
Jeremy.
I'm dragging her down. She's turning the power on, getting the Easter eggs all by herself. She's dropping zombies and megalotons and everything else.
Megatons.
Megalodons.
Hold on 1 second. It's ASMR time.
Chip hates that sound, but luckily he can't hear you.
Wait, who?
Chip.
Oh, Chip. Yeah. It's not the initial shh. It's the pop at the very end that he doesn't like.
Oh, like the ripping of aluminum?
So,
That's the part that wakes him up.
Junker says he loves Destiny. He plays the first one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jeremy never asked Jarrett to play anymore on zombies.
You guys are playing. Okay.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
play Rock Band.
All right. Let's talk about this. I brought this up in the beginning.
Your head was so far back.
Can you even see that articulate on that tiny screen?
It's Chip's turtle face when he.
So let's talk about this for a second. On the Super Bowl, horrible Super Bowl, by the way. I mean,
It was
it was
incredible Super
fine
Bowl.
who won, but
It
as
was-
far as like,
Chris, you wanted a closer game. It was what, 6-32 or something like that.
It was 31-9, I want to say.
boo, boring.
I mean, I was hoping for a shootout that Tampa won. I'm fine that Tampa won, but like the first half was BS.
it was a garbage thing.
Anyway, that's enough about
So I
sports.
brought Rock Band over to play, and I never should have, because
It was
David now
better than the Super Bowl.
has now his own copy of Rock Band, and his back is going out because he's playing drums so much. He called me on Thursday and he's like, "Hey, my back feels so much better last night." And I was like, "What? Or better now?" And I'm like, "Why is that?" And he's like, "I took a night off of drums for Rock Band. We played."
You, me, and
know,
David are all having like simultaneous back
problems, man.
You
I'm
need
serious.
to get a drum stool.
So
No, that's true.
from your computer just like bending over into the case, it's not your fault. I said I would do it, but it's just like that always stresses my back out.
It
Let's
was
be
about
real.
6 hours of doing that.
Yeah, it was a
Jeremy's
while.
back problem came from trying to jump over the stick. That's where it all stems from.
So that was the inciting incident. The rest of these are
They're
mitigating
like
complications.
prolonging it. Yeah, they're prolonging it.
Like
We're
my
just getting
back when I was
old.
putting my pants on.
Right.
And it was exacerbated by driving to Chisholm in the crappiest work van possible.
Yeah.
And also complicated by the fact that I sleep on a broken couch.
Chris has
I live
Chris has a nicer computer than he does furniture.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a min maxer.
Yep.
I will just minus everything that I don't care about so I can maximize the one thing. Right? So it's gonna be like
For Chris, it's
great-
camera equipment.
Yeah, great
and
camera gear,
PC.
computer.
Yeah.
And then everything else, even though it starts with the C couch, it was a nice couch to begin with, but I've been sleeping on it for like 6 years.
Is that the one we?
No,
Yeah,
that was in
at
your
our house
garage.
for a
while? No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
was
oh,
that
it was
one.
at our house. It was flipped up in the corner forever.
Yeah.
when
That
we
was a
had-
comfy couch.
It's still comfortable, but like, so it's a 3-section couch, 3 seats, right? So there's in between each set of cushions, there's a cross member.
Of course, yeah.
Right, and one of them is broken and goes down, and the other one's broken and goes up. So there's like puts pressure like right on my hip.
Oh, brutal.
You know what you should do?
I just flip it over and fix it.
Well, instead of the bars that go across, I've seen people make stuff, and it's just you take that thick strip of nylon and you kind of do the weave thing, so it's just one solid
Oh yeah.
and then you don't have those uncomfortable bars that dig into your body. You know.
So the second issue is like because couches are probably, I think the average couch is probably used like maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, right?
Right.
This couch is used 8 hours a night every single night.
Without fail.
I've had this couch since 2008, so for 13
Wow.
years, minus the 2 years I spent in your garage.
Yep.
So it's got miles on it, right? So it's not surprising that it's like wearing out. But the cushions are like, because from continual use, they're just getting mashed down more and more and
Yep.
more. So it's like, so there's less cushion preventing the pokies, and it's also broke.
The cats at our house like to lay on the side
Biggest
cushions.
pet peeve.
And it just drives Kara mad. She just sits there looking at him going,
Okay.
"You're just mashing down my couch."
So okay.
She does. She looks at him with disdain. She leaves him alone, but she just looks at him with so much disdain.
I am not a cat person at all. I apologize to those of you who are. I don't like cats unless they're outdoor cats. Anyway, our couch cushions aren't like these ones. So these are like a piece of foam, right? The ones at our house are like pillows. And so when the cats sit on them, they push them down. They just destroy them. Okay.
You can see the rage.
And the big back pillows are like 2 pillows stitched together. And so at one point, they were nice and formed and everything. And as the cats have sat on them, they've absolutely destroyed them actually sitting up. So now the back cushions are just useless. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yep.
Could be fluffed back.
No, I've tried.
Catching up with chat real quick. David said Rock Band just showed up today. He started playing while sitting on a chair, and it's much better than sitting on the edge of a couch. Yeah, so, couches are great if you're not literally doing anything. If you're just sitting and watching TV or whatever. They're the worst possible chair for doing literally anything.
I will say the Wallen's couch is actually quite comfortable with the reclining action and stuff.
Yeah, but couches
Right,
are
but
great for
it's
sitting on,
right.
but not for interacting with anything else.
Yeah.
So
not
the
for
couch
playing
that
drums.
Yeah.
The couch that I have was a sectional. It has a chaise lounge and another piece that connects together, so it's a big U shape, right?
Yep.
And I bought it expressly for when people would come over to play like board games or cards or whatever. It's like everyone can just sit at the couch, right? Mm-hmm. So the problem is like with a chair, you can scoot right up to the edge of the thing or whatever, and
Yeah.
chairs are generally taller than a couch is. So the couch is too low, you're too far away, so you're constantly like just leaning and reaching, and
You
it's just,
lean back in a couch.
Yeah,
Like
so-
you sink back.
yeah. So it's like if you're using the couch to be comfortable, you're 15 miles away
Yeah.
from the thing that you're trying to interact with. Otherwise, you're just sitting on the hard front edge of the couch that's providing support and like getting nothing out of the benefit of having a couch and all the drawbacks.
Exactly.
Brad says his cushions are growing with age. Got to stop feeding them pizza. Got to stop. Well, cats probably. I don't know what would.
I don't know.
I missed the context.
Rock band.
I
Who
want
knows?
a different couch anyway.
Oh, you're killing me. Utterly destroyed.
Okay, we have white couch and chair, and we've got 2 cats, a dog, and now a child.
Well, I have another funny
And a
story.
husband that spills chocolate.
You are a chocolate spiller, Jeremy.
We have protective layers on our couch.
Of chocolate.
Well, no, that protect it from the chocolate. So when Kara washes it, I'm not allowed to sit on the couch until the protective layer's back.
So here's what's funny. we have a blanket that's over the the bottom, the sit cushions, right?
Yep.
And I see this big smear of chocolate. I tend to go to bed before Jeremy because I feed Chip, put him down, I go to bed.
Are you 100% sure it was chocolate? That's all you gotta say.
I am very sure it was chocolate. So the next morning, I see this stripe of like this thing of chocolate just like on the blanket, and I'm like, I text Jeremy while he's at work. I'm like, Jeremy, did you have chocolate last night? And he's like, no. And like my mom had left chocolate chip cookies the night before.
It was those double chocolate ones.
Those are really good.
And he looked, and I was like, well, did you have any of the cookies my mom left? And he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I had those. And he's like, but I didn't spill any. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm going and picking up laundry around the house. And I find Jeremy's jeans that he'd been wearing the night before. And on the butt, on the butt pocket, there is a chunk of chocolate. Right on the butt pocket. So I took a picture and I sent it. I was like, didn't have chocolate.
All I was going to say from my point of view, I just get a message with a picture of a chocolate smear basically saying, did you do this? Did you do this? Look what you did to my couch, even though we have the protective layer on it. But a piece of crumb must have fell, and then I don't know how I sat on it, but I sat on it and squished it. But while we were driving down
How vigorously are you eating
Okay,
cookies for it to end up underneath your
No,
butt?
Kara, no. No.
I don't know if you can even see that.
That is massive.
Right?
I'll hold it over Jeremy's face, kind of. There it is.
Do you see that? Do you see how big that is? Like,
That is an absurd amount of chocolate on your pants, Jeremy.
Well, a crumb must have fell off and got
That's not a
smeared.
crumb. That's half a cookie.
They're chocolatey cookies. We all know the volume of things appear larger when they're spread thin.
Gosh.
You lose a little bit of blood and you think you bled to death. You know, it's just that cookie it looks like a cookie murder. That is all it is.
Brad said it was a Hershey squirt. Brian says it's time to get the clear protective couch covers now.
Well, so here's what was really funny to me too. I had the realization of. So I see people, my friends that have kids on Facebook. They'll make posts and they'll be like, "Oh, you know, Junior spilled his milk today," and "Oh, look at Junior threw his Cheerios across the room," and they're making this mess, right? Well, we were driving here and I was eating a sandwich and I took a bite and it just the back half pushed. I have an overbite. All right, I do. And when I take a bite out of a sandwich, the top half goes away faster than the bottom half. So I have to like flip my burger halfway through so I can eat evenly. It's just a thing that I have to live with. But burgers sometimes just to have blowouts and just lettuce and condiments will fly out of the back. I make a mess whenever I eat. So this lettuce blew out of the back all over my shirt. I looked down and I made a mess. And I thought to myself, and it made me laugh, I was like, someday Chip is going to make a mess. And I'm going to yell at him for doing the exact same thing I am culpable of myself.
Jeremy
That's called parenting.
Jeremy just made a mess. Chip would be like, "Dad, you made a mess too," and Jeremy would be like, "But I'm the dad,
Do as I
can
say.
make a mess.
not as I do, right?"
Oh, I just thought it was really like hilarious to have that like realization. Poor. And then Kara. Oh yeah, no, funny story. So I may suffer from occasional gas. Some foods don't agree with me. Everybody, you know, farts.
Occasional gas.
Brad says, I learned it from you, Dad. Dave
And-
says you've always been a messy eater.
I know. As long my coworker yelled at me the other day, and I was eating my burger, and she looks over and she's like, "Would you take a breath?" And I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, what are you talking about right now?" And she's like, "You're inhaling your food." And it's like, how long have you known me? I always eat like this. You don't get it.
You know when you feed dogs and they eat too fast, you like buy that thing
Oh,
you put in
you're
the center.
funny.
Of the-
Yeah, funny. You're gonna give me a gobble stopper
Yep.
from gobbling up my food. You're gonna put ball bearings in my sushi, so I have to like eat little
Work
bits.
Jerry's just
Just
got
work
broken
around
teeth.
it.
He's not going to stop.
How many times do we have to
He
teach
goes
you
to the
this
bathroom,
lesson?
clang.
Oh man. So that, not only does it apply that I need one, Chris, is that I'm also so Neanderthalish. I would eat whatever gobble stopper Kara gives me. She gives me cereal and it's got the one that spins in it. And I have to like poke the spoon in between the holes just to slow down to eat. whack-a-mole hot dogs. Like she puts them up, and I have to like grab one and then get it in order to eat it. Oh, Jerry, time to eat your food. I cut it up for you. I'm glad that you are both red in the face from laughing. Look at Kara right now. She can't even breathe. Well, see, it's funny because it's true.
Oh, my abs hurt right now from laughing.
So, Kara, how fast do I eat? And if you just accepted it, at least you've accepted it, right?
I've accepted changing hands with always, yeah.
Yeah. You've accepted it. It's just the way that I am.
I'm crying.
You actually are. You guys are both
I know I am.
ridiculous.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Wow, she's leaving. She's had enough. She has had enough.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you are so
Oh
funny.
my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm
can
sorry.
you believe that I was told to slow down when I ate?
Well, yeah.
You live with
Well,
an
my
overbite
thing
in
is
the
like,
plug nose.
how many levels above are you, this person?
I have 7
She
stripes.
started what, 2
I have
years
6
ago?
stripes. She's got 3.
So what's 3 levels above you?
That doesn't exist. There's only 2 now.
All right, so would you tell the base commander he's eating too fast?
No.
Heck no.
No.
You don't want to get toilet duty.
No, heck no. You're right. You're right. Toilet duty it is.
Here's the difference. Base commander's a commissioned officer. Jeremy's an NCO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, somebody that's 3 ranks below you should not be telling you how to eat.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Even then, I would tell the senior enlisted chief to slow down eating.
Brad says, I'm picturing Kara and Chip just watching Jeremy eat, and they're placing bets on the over-under of him making a giant mess.
Yes.
Well, and sis, you fought with that. Chip eats too quick. Then he gets
Oh my
mad.
goodness. He does. Chip eats so fast, and then he starts kicking his legs because he has this massive burp, and then he gets angry, and then he starts screaming, and he had to burp him. And that child, for being small, he's got some big old burps. He's got some real loud farts too.
Well, do you know how many
Just
times?
like Dad.
Do you know?
Yep.
Do you know how many times I hear that around the house? Is you're just like your father. You're just like your father. You're just like your father.
Well, it's funny.
Just like
Chip
your
will
father.
start kicking his legs, and with each leg kick, it's like each leg kick. It is so funny. I love that child. Makes his uncles and his dad proud.
Yep.
See, nothing wrong with that. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and we're gonna celebrate it. I'll have to remember to eat slow. Tomorrow I'll make an exception. I'll eat at a slower rate.
All right.
Al says there's proof that he's Jeremy's son.
There's no denying it.
That and the very large head, 98th percentile.
Brad says that's why he cries a lot. Or maybe that's why he cries a lot. Maybe he has bad gas and doesn't know what to do.
Seriously, he does.
Well, so I think we might have even told this story. We were at the doctor for his checkup, and she just she was listening with her stethoscope
To
She
his
just-
guts?
She just stops, takes her hand, and goes, and just pushes a fart out of him, and then keeps listening. Like I was, it was like a savant. It's like seeing
It
an
wasn't just
expert.
a fart. That was a poop.
But
she
it
pushed
was
out
it
of
was
him.
impressive.
Yeah.
Like she just knew. Oh, hold on a second, wrong. And
Seriously, I needed.
What does an inside fart sound like?
She
That she
heard
can
it.
identify and be like, oh, there's a fart waiting. Boop.
Just, boop. That's what she heard.
Okay, I have a stethoscope at home. I need to talk to her and be like, "Girl, tell me what you hear, cause I need
Well,
to
put it
know."
up and listen.
Yeah, I should. Should bring my stethoscope and be like, "Okay, I brought mine. COVID and all, Walmart and all. Sorry." Be like, "I'm gonna listen before you press it out of him, and I'm just gonna put my little stethoscope."
I would
down.
It
imagine.
sounds
though,
like Christmas bells.
Yeah. the Santa Claus. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Such a fun movie.
Yep.
But, all right. We are a Star Wars podcast. So, Chris, we
Oh,
should
are
probably
we?
talk about some Star Wars.
I suppose I did my due diligence and actually pulled it up ahead of
Oh
time.
wow, Chris.
So, what better place to get news on Star Wars that may or may not be actually true than Reddit and r/Star Wars leaks? All right, and it's already sorted and everything. Of course, the biggest story of the last week: Gina Carano no longer employed by Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one.
You can only be so crazy, I guess, to keep your job. That's editorializing. Star Wars Republic Commando is getting a port to modern consoles.
I would
Really?
love that.
That's confirmed or that's rumor?
It says leak, so who
Leak,
knows what that
okay.
means.
I would love that, and I would want
That's
to play
awesome.
with the Latin Operation Forces because I've seen them play Battlefront 2. And they all are really good.
Republic Commando came out on the original Xbox, didn't
It
it?
sure did, and I
Yeah.
own it, sitting in the basement as we speak.
Can you play it?
I don't know if it's backwards compatible on Xbox.
I would imagine it's not if they're porting it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. David, look it up, please. What's our next Star Wars thing we're going to talk about?
There's a news thing that says Deadline reports that The Last of Us is in first position on Pedro Pascal's schedule, meaning that the project is priority in the event of a scheduling conflict. Pascal will continue with The Mandalorian, but likely with much less scenes of him in suit on set.
Yeah,
Got
so Pedro Pascal is going to be the main dude, I think. And then the girl, the bear girl from Game of Thrones.
Yep. Who's also in Hilda.
She's in Hilda?
That's the voice of Hilda.
Really?
You knew that.
Did I? I probably did, and I forgot.
You knew that.
Anywho, I like her. She's cool.
She's the one who's like the king of the north.
She's totally BA in Game of Thrones. My
And
goodness.
she's
that,
BA in Hilda.
Yeah. Yep.
She's awesome
I'm
in
excited
Hilda.
about that. That's cool.
She's got to fight those rock trolls.
That's right.
Is that a spoiler?
No. there's
It's
tons of
Hilda.
trolls.
It's an animated TV show.
Oh,
They're
okay.
an animated Netflix show.
Okay.
Darth Vader number 10. Oh, sorry, were you going to say something? Go ahead.
Okay. Star Wars tangent. I'm a part of many Star Wars groups, and I'll pose this question to the group. And you in chat, I'd like to hear some quick responses on what you think. So the specific Star Wars group made a pinned post by the moderators that from here on out, whenever talking about any form of Star Wars media, you have to put it in spoiler tags and in where it makes it like a different color because you could be spoiling it for new fans. And they're specifically talking about a lot of Clone Wars stuff. So on this group, you can no longer talk about Clone Wars episodes without including a spoiler tag. And they're like, we don't want to hear the response that it's been out since 2008. That's not a valid excuse.
Yeah,
New
It
it's
is
fans-
a
13
valid-
years.
New fans come all the time, and they could be a part of this group, and then the episodes could get spoiled. I don't know
That's-
what to say, but don't join the group.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's up to you if something has been out for over a decade to avoid places that could give you spoilers.
Seriously.
I can't believe that when I read that, I was like,
What-
I have
what
to
group
put
is
stuff.
that?
The Ahsoka group.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they don't want people posting discussion about Clone Wars episodes because it spoils it
They
for
might
new
as well
fans.
not post pictures then.
Quick
Good
thing,
grief.
Mark is wondering, are you referring to Arya or Sansa Stark?
Not
not
either
Arya,
one of the
not the-
Starks. It's the girl that says the King of the North, and she's like really young, and her satchel thing is a bear. Her house is a bear.
Yeah, she I forget her.
While you're looking that up, Brad says, of course, everyone's offended about everything.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
No, so but it's completely your prerogative if you haven't seen something that's been
Right.
out for what is it?
13 years.
13 years.
13 years. I can't talk about Clone Wars season 1 because I could spoil it for a fan. somewhere in
Liana
the future.
Mormont.
Liana Mormont. And
Her.
She's gonna play. I think her name is Ellie or El.
Oh, you got an
Ellie.
ad.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go away, Best Buy. Nobody likes you.
People like Best Buy.
Shh, it's fine.
A little bit more that way. There you go.
Can you see her?
Yep.
Her.
She's
That's
in
her.
Hilda.
That's her back during the Game of Thrones. So that's probably 5 or 6 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be playing alongside Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us.
Yep.
HBO show.
Yeah, so Cam says over 6 years, no longer a spoiler. Honestly,
Right.
I would say once you've hit 2 years, that's my cutoff, right? Like, and honestly, depending on how big something is, like Star Wars, for example, like
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, 6 months is pushing it.
Yeah. Was that okay? So, for example, the Lego game, right? I think I've told this story before. Somebody learned that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father from the little gag from the Lego Star Wars video game because they hadn't watched the movies yet. Did Lego just spoil this kid's future? No, because
That's been out for
that's
40
been out
years.
for 40
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, so it's if you're somebody who cares about spoilers, it's up to you to avoid them.
Staff social media.
Once it's been established, like it's like if there's somebody who doesn't want like Breaking Bad spoilers or something, right? You're not going to go on the Breaking Bad forum and join all these Breaking Bad groups once you've seen like 4
Right.
episodes of season 1, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Oh no, Gus Fring got blown up at the end of season
Dude,
3."
spoiler alert. No, I'm just
Right?
kidding. That was low hanging fruit. I had to do that.
So, yeah, it's just people know where to go to be spoiled for stuff. Just don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Or don't, like, I talked to you guys for 2 years about Clone Wars.
Yeah, we
And I
spoiled
don't feel like if you don't retain the specific information, because like you can say a character's name that I've never heard of, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, I got to remember that name so I know that I'm spoiled or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like Game of Thrones is a perfect example. You guys talk about Game of Thrones all the time. I literally don't remember anything that you say because none of the names mean anything to me.
Yeah.
right.
So like it's just not stuck up there. So like when I go to watch it, I'm pretty much gonna have a clean watch because I
Right.
know like there's only 2 things that I know. That apparently season 8 is terrible.
Yep.
And that there's some big like battle that is really cool.
Yes.
So
That's
outside of those
nasty.
2 things, I don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
Dude, that episode you're referring to is really good.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent.
Only to be dethroned by the last episode of The Mandalorian.
Jared says I'm absolutely disappointed with The Last of Us now because it's taking up Pedro's time. I don't know what the
No, he was hoping for the girl.
Oh, Jamie. Oh,
Yeah, and Jamie Lannister's character
yeah.
to put
Nikolai.
So-
Whatever.
Jamie Lannister to play Pedro Pascal's character, and then the girl from Tim Allen's show to play
okay.
the L girl,
Oh, really?
the youngest daughter. She looks identical to the character.
I like her. She's
The
hilarious.
identical.
Yeah.
So
And Brad a while back says if you whine about everything, your feelings are meant to be hurt.
right.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, like I said, in these days you're lucky if you can go 6 months without a major property not being spoiled.
Yeah.
And then smaller properties, once you get like a year out from something or something that's that old as Clone Wars, it's up to you to avoid the spoilers.
Yep. Especially since it's an Ahsoka page. Like, she's Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like-
why they didn't want people talking
like-
about the episodes. But that's where people go once they've watched the content to
Yeah.
discuss it.
It's like
And
how
they
do, you,
didn't-
how do you become a fan without having seen it?
and then they didn't want to put it. They didn't want to have to put their discussions in spoiler tags.
Well, and then, like, people are posting pictures of adult Ahsoka Fulcrum. And so it's like,
Yeah, a huge spoiler for
Yeah.
Rebels, right?
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like,
Yeah, that was a huge. Which that was not
Sorry.
spoiled for me.
no.
I didn't know she was going to be in it. Then I watched the episode. I'm like, woo, yeah.
We were hoping. But yeah, that was when she actually showed up. I was like,
Chris hasn't watched Rebels yet.
No. But
well, I mean, obviously,
Shun the
I
non-believer.
cosplay as
Shun.
Ahsoka, so
You'll
know
watch
she
the episode,
lives,
Chris. You'll be like, hey, that's Kara.
right? Of course, I know her. She's me.
you know, and then like yeah, so it's and it's one of those things like I care a little bit about spoilers, but like I'm not super invested in not knowing that she's Fulcrum.
Right.
You know? It's like the Darth Vader being Luke's dad thing because I'd seen Star Wars all out of order throughout and like in bits and pieces throughout my entire childhood. Like it's just a thing that I knew that like that was never a thing.
Right.
That was never something where I could be like, holy crap, I didn't realize Darth Vader was Luke's dad. Whoa. It's just whatever. You know, it's just
People didn't even believe it after they watched the movie. They thought he was lying.
yeah.
And
red
George
herring,
Lucas
yeah.
had to specifically put Yoda confirming it in Return of the Jedi to verify that no, that wasn't a lie.
I thought Obi-Wan confirmed it.
I thought Yoda did.
Because it was on Bespin.
He's talking to him and he goes, "Is Vader really my father?" And then
Oh,
Yoda,
you know what? You're right.
and then
You're
Yoda
right.
dies. But then there is another thing, and then that's when Obi-Wan confirms. I think it's the sister.
Yeah,
Leia.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Of. You're right.
yeah.
And then he's all smiley at the end, and then Han's like, "Oh, there's another man. I'll go." She's like, "He's my brother."
Well, the
Yeah.
the funny part is like as soon as he gets back, I'll leave you guys alone.
Oh, yeah.
like leaving it is like until he gets back.
Until
No.
he gets back, I'm not going. Did we joke about that in the good bad?
You did.
Yeah. I didn't catch that until I was looking at it with extremely critical eyes. Extremely.
Yeah.
And that is what's funny. He's not like, "Oh, you're spoken for. I'll leave now."
Yeah.
He's like, "Once Luke comes back,
I will
then
get
I'll
in your
leave."
way. Yeah.
That's what I did to you.
Jarrett, what? Yoda dies.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness.
Brad says people spoil stuff for Mando for me, but I don't get upset, especially since they're not doing it on purpose, and it's my choice to wait. It's my responsibility to make the effort. Exactly.
We did warn you with our show.
Yeah, we put lights on.
We
for
put
you,
lights
Brad.
up for you,
We
Brad.
go boom, red light.
Yeah.
Yep. Mando spoilers.
It'd be awesome if somebody was just like around Brad and they're like, "Oh, Rise of the Podcast was talking about Mandalorian last night. Did you hear that? And then Brad would be like, you watch Rise of the podcast? I thought I was the only one.
He was
There's
for
got to be a
while.
few people in California because we did get new subs
When we drove out to Galaxy's Edge, we got a huge bike. I'm like, people are looking at the website. It's so much that I got a message from WordPress saying, hey, a bunch of people are checking out your website. Did you run a new ad? Because good job. Do it again.
Nope, we just
Nope.
drove to California.
Just
What we should do is we should find like long haul truckers, and then just like put logos on their trucks.
Right?
Well, no, you know how
Yes.
we always joked like it'd be fun to have a cutaway to like this episode of the podcast was brought to you by and make us do an ad read. I want to sponsor the Latin Operation Forces so that when they start their podcast, they have to be like, this podcast was brought to you by Rise of the Podcast.
Okay, so since we don't have sponsors though, it would be hilarious if we did have sponsors. And I know you guys talked about remaking honey crackers.
Yeah.
You could do a sponsor bit by honey crackers.
Oh, there you go.
But then people would
You know?
want to go buy the honey crackers.
Well,
Because they
if
know
you-
how frustrating it is to want a saltine and want honey at the same time.
Do you
can
love the
just
texture of crackers but hate the taste? You love the taste of honey but hate that it's a
Sticky
gooey,
mess.
sticky mess every time you try to have some?
Hey, we even have our call.
Oh, yeah. We,
Do it, Ryan.
I forgot what the number was.
what? No. Well, it's 1-877-0744 or 1-800-0744.
Whatever. Please comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yay! Ryan did it.
The catchphrase. I don't know if you guys heard it.
No,
but-
Ryan has a really good infomercial. And apparently, I learned earlier today that Chris does a really good David Attenborough.
I can't do it on command. I can
I
only do it
know.
when I'm doing riffs.
I know.
Jarrett's on Hill Spots, you guys. This episode is brought to you by Jarrett Snowplow Removal.
Yep.
If it's snowing, gotta go, call Jarrett today.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
funny.
literally my job. I just have to come up with stupid crap like that to say for ads all the
Oh
time.
man.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness.
Bad River Lodge and Casino was always one I came up with like the cheesiest things ever. So like for Easter, it'd be like, hop on down and we'll see you at Bad River Lodge and Casino.
And then you send it to them, and they're like, "Yes, we love it."
They were the least give a crap people ever. I could give them anything. They'd be like, yep, good enough, put it on TV.
So funny.
Which is fine. Like, and I usually tried to give a crap because
Dude, you should pen that. If it's snow, it's gotta go.
Right?
It's super funny. All right, finish your Vader comic. Your Vader.
Oh
thingy,
yeah,
and
that's
then,
right. We're still doing Star Wars
Yeah,
leaks.
I
Yeah,
paused
somehow.
it.
So in
for
Darth
spoiler
Vader
review.
number 10, Vader is forced to relive his past duels with Obi-Wan and Luke through a vision, ending with an alternate reality and Vader arriving on Exegol.
Oh.
That sounds intense.
Yeah.
That's another Darth Vader 10 thing. Ubisoft says their Star Wars game will release after their Avatar project, and it will use the Snowdrop engine from The Division.
Oh,
Wait, what Avatar project?
Apparently, just probably some film game tie-in thing, I'd imagine.
Oh, like the not Last Airbender, but
James Cameron Avatar.
okay. Sorry. What if they made an Avatar: The Last Airbender game for Xbox?
I bet one exists.
Like, would you play it?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. The poop out of it. Actually, there is one that exists.
Is there?
Yep.
Is it good?
Oh. Yeah. No. It's you. It's
Yeah, PS2, Xbox.
You
Came
hit-
out October 10th, 2006.
Well, so they need to do a new one.
From THQ. Man, does THQ even make stuff anymore?
I think they're out of business.
Okay.
No. So finish up with your leaks, then I have something funny stories to talk about. Star Wars related.
Let's see here.
Who likes Mario?
What?
Mario.
Shy Guy?
Well,
Nothing else really interesting or worth talking about. So that'll wrap up Star Wars leaks for today.
Okay, so meme review. Did you see the video, Chris, of the lawyer that was Skyping or Zooming and he had a cat filter turned on?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. My favorite part of that meme is the fact that, or the video, was he tries to tell the judge, I'm here, I'm live, I'm willing to press on. And
I'm
the judge
not
is
a
looking at him
cat.
like,
You know, no, that's my favorite part when he's like, I promise you I'm not a cat.
yeah, I
Like,
know.
obviously, like, I never thought you were a talking cat.
But so there's been some funny memes floating around from that. There's one somebody photoshopped in Better Call Saul, like Better Call the Cat. And Chris is dying again.
Brad, Bad River Casino. The buffet is free, but you still pay for it.
Yeah.
Daryl asks, what element are you in Avatar?
Oh man. I mean, it's so cheesy, but Water Tribe. Water Tribe. I would like to be air, but I'm not in that nomad lifestyle.
I would probably say water as well.
Yeah, the way not Zuko.
Sokka?
Sokka.
Sokka?
Sokka, he's my boy.
I think I'd be Earth Tribe.
You've been there, like Toph Earth Tribe, or
Yeah.
like,
I mean, Toph
Toph?
is pretty cool
Yeah.
because you can bend metal too.
but a Water Tribe. Kara? Kara is clearly Fire Nation, at least when it comes to the
Easy.
cats. Fire Nation.
Not
Kara.
even a question.
Not even a question.
I am not Fire
Yeah, you
are
are
too.
so Fire
Why?
Nation. You like Azula all the way.
Excuse me?
Yeah. See, that's something a Fire Nation person would do.
She's insane.
Well, you're not the emo girlfriend. And are you the bubbly, like, bouncing girl that can stop people by their joints?
Think about this, Jeremy. You either married an insane person that's probably going to murder you at some point,
We knew that going into it.
Yeah.
or the bubbly, happy one that turns good eventually.
Jeremy's RIP 2023.
Kara's just Fire Nation.
All right, you guys in the comments vote. What element is Kara? Brad also said, Bad River Casino, come by and bring your addictions.
Okay, on to my funny meme while people are typing. So, I had read this one the other day, is that Anakin, or it was two Padme memes that I saw this week, was one of them said Padme didn't die from sadness. She died because Obi-Wan was standing like right there or whatever, and she died because of how much of a hunk he is. But this one really made me laugh. Padme didn't die of sadness because Anakin broke her heart. She died of sadness when she realized she was present, yet missed the most epic lightsaber battle the galaxy would ever know because she was unconscious. And that just made me really laugh because it's just so funny. And it's just like, there's a scene, spoiler from Rebels TV show. There's a closeout scene in Rebels where old Obi-Wan fights old Maul. And somebody drew an angle, and it shows that like Obi-Wan had 1 degree of high ground over Maul. And it was like the real reason why Obi-Wan won.
Yes.
It's super funny.
Well, so you're talking about like Padme dying of a broken heart?
Yeah.
So there's a joke in The Simpsons where Grandpa Simpson gets a girlfriend, and then like Homer and his family had been like neglecting him or whatever, and then Homer felt bad, so he decided to take his dad out for like an adventure day or something, right? And all Grandpa Simpson wanted to do was go and hang out with his girlfriend on her birthday, right? And shenanigans ensue. He ends up being super late or whatever. He comes back, she dies, right?
Oh no.
And because like obviously like elderly, whatever, and what is it? It was like the doctor says she died of a burst ventral valve or mitral valve or something, right? And Abe's like, the doctors may have said she died of a burst aorta, but I know she died of a broken heart. Which is literally
right. Which
so,
will
like,
pass.
it's just such a
Yes.
such a good joke.
That is awesome.
Daryl says you're fire for sure. Ashley says Padme dies.
That joke won't get old at all today.
Oh, buddy.
And then I sent this in the group chat, but I'll just show everybody who's
All
watching.
right, right hand side. Right hand side.
Cover Kara's face, right?
More to the right. There you go.
So it's Palpatine, and he says he's talking to Vader. He's like, "What is it, my master?" And it says, "I'm here. I'm not a cat." And it's Palpatine talking to Vader. It's
Yeah.
so dark. It's
No, it plays.
it's so funny. I love it. I don't want to hit my head when I stand up. Oh. Super funny. So funny memes this week. Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are doing something special. Was there any chat we missed out on, Chris?
Did anybody else agree that I'm
no.
fire? Because I don't.
Yeah, we need more votes. Is for people that have, maybe people just haven't seen Avatar, but just do me a favor, chat.
Just
Go
guess
into
I never
chat real
saw
quick and
myself-
type in Fire Nation. That's all you need to do.
Tylee.
Just go in there
Isn't
and
Tylee
say
the
Kara
insane
equals
one?
Fire
No,
Nation. That's all
Tylee's
you
the
gotta do.
bubbly one that can cause people's muscles to not work.
And she's not technically Fire Nation, is she?
She's Fire Nation. 100%.
Brad, why do you got to type things that aren't true and make
Brad,
a
what
huge
did
paragraph?
What did he say?
Now I got to read this, and it's a lie, and it's going to be me lying to the nation live on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook.
Kara is waiting fervently
So
for
Brad, here's what Brad says. These are the words that Brad is putting into my mouth. And he has double crossed me for the last time. Oh, David says Fire Nation. Thank you, David. Okay. Kara is Earth. Earth signs keep it real.
That's
They
right.
are the grounded people on the planet, the ones who bring us down to Earth and remind us to start with a solid foundation. Slow and
Aw.
steady. These builders are loyal and stable and stick by their people through hard times. On good days, they're practical. At worst, they can
Oh,
be materialistic or too focused on the surface of things to dig into the depths.
Guys, I just realized it.
Brad.
Kara reminds me of the warriors with the white and the red.
Kyoshi.
The Kyoshi warriors.
Thanks,
Yep.
Brad. That was really nice.
You're gonna make Kara cry.
And now everyone, for 20 seconds when you guys were talking, I was just whispering in the mic, just say Fire Nation, guys. So now all the Fire Nation things are coming in.
If Yoshi was still here, I know he would type in lit. He would do the flame. Fire Nation all
Here's
the way.
the thing. Y'all just said Fire Nation. Brad actually gave a reason why it's Earth.
We gave you a reason. You're crazy and like to burn us down.
Yeah.
Who interrupts me all the time? I haven't killed you yet.
You know,
for
if you
interrupting
don't put
me.
out a fire before it starts growing, it'll burn everything down. So we're just doing preventative maintenance.
Yep.
Oh. Brad and I will be buddies. You guys can.
See, what a Fire Nation thing to say.
Now we're gonna have to come up with a theme that each week we figure out what pop culture thing Kara is. So like, what Harry Potter school is she? Or
Oh,
what
I'm
color
Hufflepuff.
lightsaber would Kara have?
I'm Hufflepuff.
Red.
Red. Fire Nation. No,
I
she
am
wouldn't
not a
be.
Sith.
She wouldn't be Dark Ray.
No, it should be
You
Evil
guys.
Ahsoka.
Mortis Ahsoka is actually the name of her. Thank you.
Whatever.
Jeez, got schooled by Kara. That's something. That's so Fire Nation.
Yeah, that's so Raven. Did
That's so Fire Nation.
you say you're Hufflepuff?
Hufflepuff, 100%.
Why do you like
Which
Hufflepuff?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is Kara?
Oh, I never watched TNN.
I think she's Raphael.
Why?
Because
He's Fire Nation?
Because he's Fire Nation for sure.
He
I'm done.
is. I like the TMNT one.
Well, yeah, because you got to think, I feel like I would be Donatello.
What
Unfortunately, you're
good one.
probably more Leonardo than anything. You're like Leonardo and Michelangelo kind of like mushed together.
I would roll with that.
Leolangelo.
I'll roll with that.
Leolangelo?
Leolangelo.
Michelardo.
Thank you. That actually might be the nicest thing that you've ever said to me.
Well, let me take that back real quick. So you're like Master Splinter's foot.
I'm a combination of who are the pig and the guy with the brain in his chest.
Oh, Krang. Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady. were the
Bebop
Warthog
and
the
Rocksteady. Yeah,
Rhino.
the Rhino. Yeah. What would Kara be? Huey, Dewey, or Louie?
I don't know what the differences are between the one that wears red.
That's Huey.
Otherwise,
Huey's kind of, I think.
she could be Della Duck. She could be.
Oh, Della Duck's awesome.
Who is the Gizmo Duck?
Fenton,
I am absolutely Scrooge McDuck.
You thought.
Fenton-
I am.
No.
No, Kara's Glomgold.
No, you're
Yeah.
Glomgold.
Yes, Kara's Glomgold.
you're only out to foil our adventures, Kara.
Yes. Oh. No, there was just one day randomly I called
Do you
Kara.
guys see what I have to put up with?
That's what Glomgold says all the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a Scottish accent to save my life.
That's
It's
so,
like an Irish accent with more rolled R's.
that's
Not-
so
that is
Fire
Scottish.
Nation Glomgold of you to say.
I will burn you tonight.
See? Evidence.
No, that's just funny. So yeah, we'll have to do like what character is Kara across everything now. It's fun. You take
She's-
those quizzes.
I do take the quizzes, and every single time I take the quiz,
What
I'm
Batman
Hufflepuff.
villain would Kara be?
Poison Ivy.
We'll have to.
Scarecrow.
Oh, you're fine with being a villain in that?
You just said what villain? What Batman villain? That you gave the.
Yeah, but you retorted with Poison Ivy quickly.
You didn't say what Batman character. You said what Batman
did say
Well,
villain.
because there's only two heroes.
Well, there's
You could be
Batman,
Commissioner
there's
Gordon,
Robin,
Robin, or-
there's Batgirl, there's Commissioner Gordon,
So there's
there's
four. You're definitely not Commissioner Gordon. That's me.
there's Rachel, his girlfriend.
She dies. You're alive
So?
still. Jeremy's definitely not Batman.
No,
See, I
I'm
can't.
not
I
Batman.
can't be the crazy girl from Avatar 'cause she dies.
No, they just restrain her.
What's
She
this
doesn't
Jean
die.
Grey thing you keep bringing up, Jeremy? We're not doing X-Men.
Oh, he's calling you Jean Grey.
Doesn't she kind of go crazy?
Well,
She
yeah.
becomes
But
Phoenix or Dark Phoenix or whatever.
That's actually one of my favorite scenes in a movie is when Wolverine goes to kill her because she went crazy and his body is deteriorating away, but his health regeneration is more than her ability to destroy him by just a little bit, and he's able to knife.
He's got
her with
1% of high ground.
Yeah, I know. With his adamantium claws. That was a cool scene. Do you remember that?
Oh,
It's
okay.
been so long.
Daryl says you're Nightwing.
Oh, there you go.
Me?
I forget. There's more heroes.
Oh, Lord.
David, Rachel dies.
That was the theme for tonight.
That's the podcast. Everybody dies.
Everybody
Spoilers.
dies.
They die.
It's the Game of Thrones episode of
Yeah.
Rise of the Podcast. Everybody dies.
There's the episode title. Everybody dies.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Chris, you should probably wrap it up.
Is it time to wrap up?
It is close enough.
5. We can vamp for 5 more minutes.
No, we could, but wrap it up.
We could easily. That's just who we are.
All
Tangents
right.
and talking about stuff.
Well, congratulations, guys. You made it to the end of the video.
I need to give Wyatt an IPI.
Oh, yeah. IPI time. Comment down below with, man, we talked about so many things. Just say something down in the comments below, and we'll talk to you some more. We promise. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video or go live. Watch us live. I promise. It's fun. We interact. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, of course,
May the force be with you.